Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video I wanted to go over some skincare products, and these are skincare products that I feel are never ending and products that I feel like I'm definitely getting my money's worth out of. I just have 6 products here that I wanted to run through and give you my kind of brief thoughts on them as well, and say that they are kind of good value for money because they do last a long amount of time. First product is this eye cream from Benefit. This is the It's Potent Eye Cream, and this is a product that is currently in my project pan for the sole purpose of I want to see how long it lasts. As you can see, I've probably used about half of it at this point, but I did get this for Christmas last year. No, not last year. 2018 I got this for Christmas. So I've been using this for at least a year or so at this point. I don't think I opened it straight away, but I did open it kind of January, February, so it's been at least a year I've been using this. And I use this every single night and I'm still only halfway through. Yes, okay, I know it's an eye cream and you don't use an awful lot of product, but I think for this being, I think it was £30, I've definitely had my money's worth out of it, even though I know I got it for a present. When it comes to the point whenever I need to eventually repurchase it, I definitely know I've got my money's worth out of it and will happily repurchase it. But it's a great eye cream and I use this to just apply under my eyes and kind of round here. I do have a different eye cream that I apply on my lid, but this one is great at combating my dark under eye circles. I do notice the difference if I don't use it for a day or so. They do need a lot more concealer the next day, but yeah, would highly recommend it and would agree that it's potent. The next thing we have is this little sample of the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I didn't know whether I could count this because is this technically skincare or makeup? Because of the consistency of it, I counted it as skincare. So this is just a 7.1ml tube of primer. I've been using this for the longest time. Bearing in mind I apply it over the whole of my face, I did think I would have well finished this up by now. This was a product that I was thinking about putting in my project pan for this year, but because it does move around in the tube quite a bit, it's quite hard to sort of gauge how much I've got left. But it has settled slightly and I think I've still got at least a third left in here, and I've used this a lot. So it's making me realise that I probably don't need to purchase the full size of this, and a mini will do once this eventually runs out. But this is a great primer that definitely does make my makeup last that little bit longer, and it does also blur the pores that I have, especially in my nose area. So would highly recommend it, and would say if you are wanting to try it for yourself, definitely try and get hold of a mini of it. Then I have a couple of products from the brand Nip and Fab. These are both serums. The first one is the Dragon Blood Fix Serum, and then this one is the No Needle Fix Serum. And I use these kind of interchangeably. I use one night and one the other, but they do get used each at least 2 or 3 times a week. I've had these open now for at least 6 months and they don't feel like they are any emptier. Obviously I can't see how much product I've got left in them because they aren't clear packaging, but weight wise they just don't feel any lighter at all. Take about a pump out of each of them to apply to my whole face, and say I use them at least 2 to 3 times a week each, but I just don't feel like they're going down at all. And the only problem that occurs to me with that one is I think they're going to run out on me suddenly one day, and I'm not going to have expected it because they've just seemed to have been going on and on for months. Out of these two, I think I prefer the No Needle one slightly more than the Dragon Blood one. They both do different things, to be honest. This one is a really moisturising one and this one is more of a plumping one, but because this one also makes my skin feel soft, I think it's like the Dragon Blood one but a little bit better. This one probably does hydrate a little bit more, but I like that this hydrates and plumps. So out of the two of them, I would probably recommend the No Needle Fix more than the Dragon Blood one, but they're both great. And Nip and Fab isn't too pricey of a brand, and I actually got these when they had one of their sales, which I think they do a few times a year. So I would recommend giving the brand a try because there's been a few things that I did pick up on that sale that I've really enjoyed. Obviously being both of these as well. But yeah, I don't know when they're going to run out, and I'm scared they're going to both run out within like a day of each other because I did open them at the same time, and they do both contain 50ml worth of product. Quite intriguing to see which one runs out before the other. Next we have this product by Wanda Beauty. This is the Dive In Moisturiser, which claims to have 72-hour moisturisation, and this is a product that I got in a Tribe beauty box that I tried last year, and I do really like it. It's the first thing that I've tried from the brand Wanda Beauty, which from watching numerous US subscription unboxings, it do seem to appear quite heavily in their subscription services, but I think this is the first thing I've tried from them, and it is a really nice moisturiser. You don't need an awful lot of product, which is why I think it's lasted me so long. I think I got this in the July box and have used it. I think I opened it pretty much straight away because I was intrigued to try it, and I've been using it ever since. I probably use this one about 3 times a week, as with the serums, and it just seems to be never ending. The tube is getting a bit thinner now, but I still feel like it's got quite a bit of product in. I don't know if I'd necessarily repurchase it once it runs out, because I think it is quite a pricey brand, and I've had other moisturisers that I like equally to this one, but I suppose they've ran out before this one has, and this one's 50ml as well. I think I might end up having a crisis where all 3 of these run out at the exact same time, because I think I opened them around the same time. But I do really like it. I just don't know if I'd necessarily purchase it again because I think it is quite pricey. Speaking of pricey products, the final one that I have is this Avant night cream. This is one that I got in a Glossybox, I think around the summer last year. And this is a product that apparently retails for about £90. I can without shadow of a doubt say I will not be repurchasing this when this runs out. And if I'm honest, at first when I did start using it, I didn't use it very often because I wanted to limit myself with it being so expensive. But in the past couple of months, I've been in the mindset of why am I kind of wasting a product by not using it as frequently. Plus it's open, I have other products not open that I want to try, but I have too many open, so I need to finish things up, which is kind of what inspired this video, because I was looking at what new products I had to try and then what was stopping me from opening them, and it was basically these 5 or 6 products. So this is, I say, a night cream. It does feel really luxurious. It does have a plumping effect. It does really moisturise my skin. It smells nice, and it's got a kind of soothing scent in that it's probably got some sort of aromatherapy type things in it. It does say shea butter, hyaluronic, vitamin B3, seawater and sweet almond. I don't know if it's maybe the sweet almond, but there is some kind of scent in it that I do find quite soothing. So I especially apply this on nights where I feel like I'm going to struggle to get to sleep. Say if my mind's kind of still a bit haywire from the day or whatever, this is the one that I reach for. This one probably doesn't get used as much as the others. This is probably only a 1 or 2 days a week kind of product, but this one still feels like it is full to the top. I've taken the lid off and I've tried to squeeze as much of the air out as I can, and it just doesn't feel like it's going down. It still feels like it's full of product, and this is another one that's 50ml. I'd like to think that this isn't going to run out at the same time as the other ones because I've not used it as frequently. It is a really thick cream as well, so I don't feel like I need an awful lot of it, and it does go a long way. So I would recommend it if you do have a spare £90 or you are a person that likes spending that much on skincare. Say for me personally, I won't be repurchasing it, but I just want to use it up. But then I don't want it to end because I then won't own a £90 skincare. This was my dilemma when I first got it. I didn't want to use it up, but I am really enjoying using it. It just seems to be lasting forever. So that's it for the products that seem to be never ending. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Thanks.